Hello everyone and welcome to Arcane Focus episode 83. I remember.
What?
Did I get it right?
I hope so. I didn't look at the
What?
calendar.
Manager, is that right? That
The
sounds
manager?
right.
Welcome to Magic Mostead. It is our ongoing campaign that I think is about to hit its... Well, we're on our way to 3 years. Who knows if we're going to hit it.
Yeah, 83. You're good.
Oh,
Who
okay,
are you
good.
again?
I'm like, it's March. We got to October. I think we'll hit it.
That's true. I don't think we have any... Oh, wait, we do have one announcement. By the time this comes out, we are doing a collaboration with Avecna's Laboratory. Or did you change it just to Avecna?
No, Vecna's laboratory.
Perfect. Yeah, we're giving away... I think it's like a
It's
wall...
It's a wall-mounted mage hand.
Yeah. Or like a
I
Big
could
V's hand.
participate, right?
I guess. Full disclosure, I roll with the dice and then I pick whoever that roll is. And if I don't know. I think we had a reroll because somebody didn't respawn one time.
Vecna's a lovely person. I'll spend money on her.
She makes amazing stuff. And so, yeah, we're working together with her. It's a very, amazing, almost translucent blue mage hand, some sort of arcane hand that can be mounted on the wall. You can hang your keys and let it hold something. It's really, really cool. Or you just have it propped on your desk and it looks absolutely beautiful.
And scare the shit out of people with it.
Oh, it's so cool.
What'd you say?
It's the thing. Well, I think that's the really only announcement we have right now. I think that's going to go on for the entire month.
Yep.
So, you guys ready for a recap?
See.
The flash of gold and silver crosses the Griffin's eyes. Standing on top of the hill is Ironside, undefeated champion of countless encounters and matches. The party readies themselves, taking deep breaths and rushing into attack. The fight, realistically, from game time, only lasts a few minutes, but it was filled with stressful events. Duplicate Ironsides, hard swings from both sides, forceful purple energy from Ironside that caused headaches and force damage. And after several swings, Ironside started to feel his hold on his form start to slip, reverting to his true form, a gigantic ancient amethyst dragon. The mighty form wore down the party, forced Savannah to slink and hide from the shadows, Uthiel almost falling from a mighty blast, Rolly nearing and closing closer to the level of harm that he hasn't felt in a while, and was healed to almost practically full health from Vera as she herself was nearing her limit. However, at the end, the final swing was had and Ironside fell. But instead of upset or mournful, he was excited, glad, thrilled to meet a group who actually was able to take him down, an excuse for himself to better himself. As prize, the party was able to choose a magical item of their choice, and after a talk with Ironside, had a choice of a second item to keep his secret. Party selected their items and had a talk with Ironside about current issues. Queen Evergrey. Ironside agreed that he would offer his aid, albeit upon request, and in his own way. Also, revealing that he's over 6 centuries old and has lost counting at this point, he's aware of Evergrey's rise and descent. He was there for it, and stressed to the party that if they're ever going to fight something like her in her current state, that they might need to understand her, especially her change. He showed them a magical illusionary image of a stone-wheeled entrance at the side of a almost hill here on the island, and encouraged them to go locate it. Within this repository of the dreamer lied the information they seek. The party ate, drank, and rested. You all now wake up in the semi-covered sleeping arrangement, as you can look outside, almost like a crumbled wall that you've slept in before from the night before. You can look out to the jungle, past sort of some of the canopy of trees, where you do hear the soft rushing of water from the ocean. Really, it's almost like an open air bedroom, since it's so it's really tropical in this space, so it's warm, a little humid, but in the morning the sun hasn't come in to cook a lot of the humidity, so it's not sticky at the moment. But it's nice place to sleep, especially outside. Morning comes, breakfast is had if you wish to have it, as still the magical servants of Ironside are still rounding from each room, taking orders, giving food if needed. But the morning is yours.
If we're already at the breakfast table, I guess we should start talking about a plan. So I guess we pull out our little hand-drawn map that they give us. Ideas, guys? Where are we going?
I was trying to finagle, like, I don't think there's locate. You can't do, like, locate object on a symbol, can you?
It would have to be an object. I think the only thing you might be able to significantly locate is probably the stone wheel door.
Because we've actually seen it.
Because you've actually seen it. That would be the only real kind of object to locate.
Worth a shot.
That's why I was just like, it's not like I can't do locate person because it's like not a person we're looking for. Let's see. Let me take that one then.
Am I remembering this that we know it's somewhere high? Or am I remembering something else totally different?
You, from the magical illusionary image he gave you guys, it looked like there was a flat surface forming into a large hill. Trees growing out of it, plant life, bushes, dirt and rocks, and on the side of the hill, almost like flat and straight, is almost like something was placed in it, and that was the circular stone door with like arcane ruins and etchings with a small indentation in the middle.
I wish I had something visual to actually see, because I could kind of think my thought process is like, so would anyone know where the highest part of the island is?
Look around.
Yes, Rolly, I'm looking around inside of, I'm assuming, Braffic's tent, wherever it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go outside and look around.
It's too early for this.
Can I have spent an hour to do Lila's ritual?
Yeah, you could have done that.
Okay.
Okay, if she's gonna do that, come on, Rolly. Let's go look outside and look around.
Minus 10 gold, if you may.
Okay.
I'm eating.
No, you're not. Come on.
But my food. No, my food.
It's your suggestion. Come on.
Yeah, you can walk outside from the sort of this mountain-like structure that Ironside's arena and homestead is built inside. And you walk outside, you could still see the amethyst crystals periodically within the jungle ahead of you that you'd see. Large, lush green trees, almost like palm trees, and then multiple trees that are like long leaves with vines. It's a lush jungle space. Dirt pathways, not really any like man-made construction roads in here, but everything is clean.
What's the tallest thing that's around me that I can climb?
There's a tree that you can see, kind of like a palm tree. It's sort of leaning a bit to the side. That's kind of poking a little bit further than most of the other trees here. It rises about, I would say about maybe 30 feet tall.
All right, I'm gonna climb it.
Don't roll a 1. Just roll me a dex check. Won't be hard for
No
you.
pressure. Don't roll it.
Don't
Rolls
run.
a 1.
And it rolls like way behind my monitor. All right, metal die it is. It's not a 1 with dex. That's a 14.
That's fine. Yeah, you already have a climbing speed, and honestly, 10 extra, feet isn't fine for you. You quickly get into the little grooves within the palm tree, so it's easy to actually climb. You get your sort of feet into that as well. You pull yourself up, almost Spider-Man-like, keeping it one arm down to stabilize yourself as you look around. And it's like if you ever seen like travel trailers for like come to the the islands or whatever, and there's like that one sweeping motion of like a drone footage over like just junglescape where you see birds and everything. It's like that, where you just see a sea of canopied trees. Roll me perception check.
18.
18. You're able to narrow down after looking a couple of the trees here. There are a couple of higher trees that you can maybe assess that those are from almost like a lifted elevation from the ground. So
Mhm.
there are possibilities. You can see about maybe 5 from your vantage point, because like, you can't see across the entire island. So in your current view, there's about 5 different options, but you're not entirely sure if those are the actual places you need. Like if that's one option, or if there's even further ones beyond.
Okay, so I see there's possibly 5 different higher elevation options from what I'm seeing. That's what I'm understanding,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay. I'll climb back down to Rolly to tell him.
Did you find something bigger than anything else?
Well, there was a lot of trees.
Great. Anything else?
Do we have any sense, or is there a check I can roll that like the dreamer is like a god or just like an entity that isn't real well known?
Roll me a religion check.
I cast guidance.
Yeah, you can cast guidance. You know you're going to sort of go through your mind palace.
It's not gonna help, but okay.
A mind palace.
Nine palace.
Mind Palace is not awake, but I want to see how badly I failed.
That's how we assess things. That's life. How did I
So
fail?
That's a lie.
did you see anything else with your mind palace?
Hold on. Wow, that
What was the
actually
thing I heard?
bumped that
There's no
up
such thing
way
as
more than
failure,
I
just
thought.
wins and lessons.
13
13.
from a 2. That's not bad.
I mean, the first time you ever heard of the Dreamer was on the island for. Wait, actually, I know the island's name. On the Inneberry Island, where
I had more notes about it than you thought I did, but like I don't think I deciphered whether it was like religious or not. Like there's people that worship, but I never really understood if it was a god or whatever.
I mean, I'll say with the 13, and this is sort of common knowledge that you would kind of understand, is that anyone, it is a figure. If there is maybe a celestial, background, or maybe an outer plane being, or an actual god, you don't actually know, but you know that there are worshippers to this entity, so it must have some sort of following. You're just not sure if what exactly it is, considering the fact that this is the first time you ever heard of it was on Inneberry Island when you were helping out Blood Eyes Belladonna.
Alright.
Yeah, so
I was like, I don't think I can do anything divine about it if I'm not sure about it.
yeah, I'll say that you finished your ritual with your bear, returning it back to the card so you can move swiftly, and then you walk outside to see whatever discussion.
Arguing about trees.
Pretty much.
Me and Rolly just bickering. I'm like, okay, so Vera's here. Oh, I climbed the tree. There was trees. But from what I can see from where we are, there are about 5 different areas that seems elevated. So I don't know if that's a starting point for us.
I mean, I can do locate object on the door, I guess, but I have to be within 1,000 feet, and it's only for like 10 minutes. So we'd have
What
to
level
be like.
spell is it?
I think 2 or 3.
Oh, if it was like first level, I'm like, we can risk it. But we don't have the carpet, unfortunately.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I think you would have maybe a 5-day cooldown. No, it wasn't that long. It was like a 4-day cooldown, I think.
Yeah, but either day, but we would only be day 1 into the cooldown or so.
Essentially, yeah.
So we don't have that. Maybe Ironside has horses.
Maybe. I'd like to hope so.
Or it's an island, maybe I don't know, camels would be appropriate. Zebras?
Zuthiel got anything for this?
Oh, that's a good question. I forgot Uthiel's with you guys. It's true, he is with you guys.
Might as well use what he's getting.
What magic does Uthiel have?
Because I have locate object, locate creature, but like I said, it's not like a thing, or it's not a living thing.
A lot of his stuff is sort of like defensive. He does have comprehend languages, and I think that's the only like utility spell he has with him that would be helpful in this aspect at all. He doesn't, unfortunately.
Oh, that's
Tell you
cool.
what,
We can
if
do
you
that
if you
later.
mention maybe we could talk to Ironside, he can be the one to go reach out to maybe one of the the butlers and waiters, to see if maybe there is some, ride you guys can catch.
Do we know where Ironside is at this moment?
You woke up, had breakfast, and you haven't seen him yet today. But Uthiel sort of like go, all right, we have an island to search, so give me a minute. I'll be right back.
I have a question. Can I use Find the Path if I've never been there before?
What is Find the Path? How does it read?
It says the spell allows you to find the shortest, most direct physical route to the specific fixed location that you're familiar with on the same plane of existence. It says if you have a name, or if you name a destination on another plane of existence, blah 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 blah. Hold on, I don't think that counts. It says you know how far it is and what direction it lies.
Okay.
So that's why I'm just wondering. Like, I've never been there.
We might can find the direction.
But
I mean, you are aware of the name of the location. You've seen the entrance to the location. I will... Let me roll a luck check for you.
I'm like, it's a 6th level spell. It's not like a cheapy spell, but I've never used it.
You know what? On a natural 19? Yeah, I'll say that works.
Okay.
Casting
time's a minute, but I can keep it up to it says concentration up to a day, as long as I don't get, knocked.
Yeah, you could start casting the spell. After a few minutes, and as your spell sort of takes, the way you've read it is that you know the direction and the distance.
I feel like that's better than locate objects.
You close your eyes and you envision the entrance to the repository, and you could just see that image so clear in your mind, just from the illusionary illusion that Ironside gave you. And as you open your eyes and everyone sees this, hair's still purple, the eyes just flash a light blue and they stay that color. And you, Vera, from your vision, you can almost see like a small, glittering light gold trail on the ground leading deeper into the forest, heading about west. And you know the distance, it's about maybe about 4 miles.
Ugh. That's not too bad.
And as you're discussing this, I will say that
I'm saying it as I'm looking at it. I don't want to be like I'm just staring at the ground, eyes all different colors.
It's like, oh, that's not too bad. It's just like, just look at you like, what?
It's only like 4 miles.
Oh, on foot? That's not bad.
I mean, I don't know what's in the forest, to be fair, but I think if we take some horses, it shouldn't take us too long.
You hear, and you turn around and you see Uthiel's currently holding 2 leads, like leathered leads that lead back into what looks to be like these giant ostrich-like creatures that have a slanted beak, almost in the shape of an axe at the very end, that sort of open up and click as they're currently these 2 massive legs that are almost walking, small wings, so it's a flightless bird, but large saddles on their back. And he kind of brings them in. He goes, no horses, no camels, but he had these.
What the hell are those?
I didn't.
Dinner, right?
No. I don't think it's nice to eat your guests' pets.
I don't think they're pets. I think they're just workhorses.
Are 3 of us getting on one? Because Rolly.
Could Rolly even fit on?
I'm sorry? What is that supposed to mean?
You're 7 foot, dude. How big are these damn birds?
Oh,
I don't know.
I mean, they're so like an ostrich. Their legs go up, and their body is about 7 feet. No,
But can it support the
I'll
weight
say
of Rolly?
about maybe 6 feet, and then their
I feel
neck.
judged.
Their neck goes up a bit, about 4 more feet tall.
So like 10 to 9 feet?
Yeah, but
So,
you don't really count the neck. It's not gonna.
No, I know,
it's
but
more-
is it
it's closer to a chocobo.
gonna be able to take Rolly by? There's 2 of them and there's 4 of us, and Vera's not light in armor, and I don't think Uthiel's light in armor either.
You got
I'm
a bear,
tall,
don't
not
you?
big, so. I
Well.
mean, I'll try to climb on one of it and see how it goes. So I'll get on the bird.
Roll me an animal handling check.
I cast guidance because I see this happening.
15.
15. You get on. Almost like a raptor. Birds. You handle it. It sort of moves back a bit. You're able to grab onto some of the reins on the back, and it moves its neck around, almost searching, getting used to your form, and then it just sort of steadies itself.
I mean,
Now
it's not
Rolly try.
bad.
Rolly try
On
with
the same
Savannah.
one. I mean,
Savannah's probably the lightest out of all of us.
hop on with Big Man, see if a bird likes it.
All right.
Roll me
Also
a handling-
guided.
Animal handling
I'm
check.
just standing here watching doing this. Means you get to roll a d4.
That is also a 15.
That's the DC. You're able to jump on it. It like almost bends at the knee a little bit as you jump on, and it almost a little more aggressive, but it has powerful legs. Have you ever seen an ostrich? These things are
Oh yeah, they kick you. They will
Yeah.
hurt you.
I'm gonna give it a light little pat on the right side of its body and say, "Don't worry, we'll get you worked out. You won't feel it in no time."
Thing's
like
gonna-
the beaks. They're like almost like a heavy tropical bird beak, where it's like almost like stone, just clicking together, and it's holding steady. And
I mean, yeah, if it holds the both of us, I think the two of you guys should be fine.
I'm gonna try. I'm also casting guidance on myself.
Uzio doesn't need to roll because he was the one leading them too. He already
Oh,
rolled,
okay.
so he doesn't have to. He just sort of jumps on
Me?
one, and it's sort of used to him.
Okay. I can't see on these freaking things. I don't even know where my animal handling is. Well, I got it without that buff. 14, 17 plus
17. Okay, there you go.
5.
Yeah, you're able to jump on. It doesn't sort of does the exact same thing, almost like knee buckles a little bit, and it straightens up.
Heavy. Just my armor.
That means you're heavy.
Yeah, I know.
But you're on top of the axe beaks.
Okay.
I mean,
I
you're
just-
the one with the
I
path
point
thingy.
out where I guess I'm sitting in front of you, so I can like kind of steer them to
Yeah, you
go the way I need them to go.
smack the reins a little bit to indicate go. You sort of click your heels against sort of the large bird. Yeah, the feathered body as it almost making sure that the long limbs or the long legs and the really large clawed feet are able to like go against the rough terrain of the jungles. You see vines and uneven terrain. It's able to rush through it, no problem.
Well, I get why he has these, but interesting to say the least.
They're
How fast
probably
are they
native to
going?
the island, so
I need a volunteer to roll a d6.
I'll do it.
All right.
I rolled the 6.
6. You almost running in a line as Vera, you're the one sort of leading the group, shifting the reins left, shifting the reins right. You're the axe beat that you're currently on, like almost like sees a tree, the base of it pops off one end, jumps to the other side, to avoid like a divot. You see, streams of water that are just sparkling and clear, crisp and clean. You see multiple fish. Some of the beaks, axe beaks, you see almost like look at dinner but continue moving on as you start to lead it. About maybe 40 minutes into travel. Again, it's early morning still. With your past perception, Vera, you hear a noise up in some of the trees.
Oh, shit. I have a high passive perception. I look up 2. Forgot to roll for Moscow's thing. That's what I'm doing.
I can't find 1d20. There you go. Oh, shoot. You look up. You don't see anything. You just see some of the trees and branches.
I don't like that. Like it's just a wind or what?
I mean, you hear something, and the sound I think you would hear with your passive perception is...
Okay, I think we got company. I think I just kicked the bird to go faster.
I just see her go faster, and I'm gonna.
No, I say verbally out loud, maybe not like super like audible that we have company, and then I kick the bird to go faster. Like I don't like that.
I gotta figure out who that's gonna hit.
Oh.
Oh no.
Rolly, you're feeling the bird itself starting to get, the axe speed go a little faster as you start to pick up pace due to Vera's call out, jumping over rocks and streams. Just plant life passing by you. At this point, due to the increased speed, you can actually hear the sound of something grunting from above, and as you look, you just see shadows, or one shadow, I should say, one large one, jumping from tree to tree, and you feel the sudden sharp pain of something small and hard hitting the back of your head.
Can I see if I can perceive what those shadows are?
Roll me a perception check.
I have a question. Is the shadowy thing within 10 feet of us?
It's up in the trees, so a little past the 10 feet range.
Alright.
Rolled a 18.
Okay, well, its stealth was definitely worse. You see, jumping from tree to tree, now holding what looks to be like a coconut now, is a very... you see the form. I can't say too much, but you see the form of a gorilla, grayed fur, that's currently hanging with one arm on one of the tropical branches of the trees here, holding a coconut and just aiming it, and hits a rock next to one of your axe beaks. Doesn't hit anyone. And
how big is it?
It looks adult sized. It's not like an adolescent. It's like a full grown gorilla.
Wouldn't that make it Rolly size?
Yeah, when it stands up, yeah.
And how far is it in the tree in front of me or near me?
It's actually like alongside you at this point, like keeping pace with you guys. Like it has a little bit more mobility in the trees than it does for your axe beaks to sort of jump and wind around sort of the rough terrain of the jungle. It's about maybe 15 feet above you, off to the side.
I am so tempted to get off this ride.
Rolly.
I'm tempted. I'm so tempted.
I'm looking at him like, I know you want to, but no.
It's challenged us to a duel.
No, it threw a coconut at us.
What do you think its challenges are?
We are in its island.
Therefore, it
animal.
challenged us to a duel. And I do not falter from duels. All right, this will make my decision
Before Rolly
right.
jumps off, I just scream at Vera, how far are we from this place?
How far are we, DM?
You've covered about maybe a third way there.
We're only like a third of the way there.
Come on, Rolly. You could fight the gorilla another day.
I mean, if it keeps following us, you might be able to fight it when it gets there.
It's been following for you about maybe 5 minutes at this point.
Eventually has to get bored of us.
I'm gonna heed Savannah's warning here. I'm gonna point straight at the gorilla, and I'm gonna just do this.
If I shot at the gorilla, would you leave it? Let us keep going. I just say that to Rolly.
I've already let us keep going,
Okay,
but we're coming
fine.
back. And for that, I'm bringing you with me.
I don't want to fight a gorilla.
I never asked. I said you're coming with me. You have delayed this challenge. This challenge is standing because of you. You will help me finish it.
As you guys continue on the path, the gorilla follows you for maybe about another 8 minutes or so. And just as you sort of jump one of the clearings, Rolly specifically, since you have sort of your eyes trained on it, it throws one more object and stops at a particular line of trees. Almost like you've entered its territory and now you've left its territory. The last thing you see as it throws, it doesn't hit you or anyone, but it just lands some feet away from you. Just something lands. You can get an idea what it might be. And you guys continue on your way. Who else?
Guarding coconuts.
Who else would like to roll
sudden-
a d6?
I have hankering
roll
for
one.
coconuts.
I also don't think that last thing was a coconut, really. That's a 2.
Don't take this from me.
You're the second third of your travel is uninterrupted. You see wildlife. You can hear actually the songs of birds, and you rush past one of the brushes and you see a flock of what looks to be like brightly colored, small, like I want to say like almost like toucans, but they're smaller.
They're mini toucans.
Yeah, a little bit multicolored, outlined with black wings with sort of like a white and then a yellow and blue leading upwards. Some of them, the blue itself sort of changing colors to a bit of a green to a yellow, sort of resting within that color spectrum. You see multicolored lizards in the space, sort of just hanging on trees, eyes, almost like a chameleon, moving around. Eventually, due to you guys are somewhat heavy, but eventually the axe beats stop the rushed movement that Vera has indicated, and sort of going with a steady trot to not overwork themselves. But yeah, the second series of movement is unimpeded.
I feel like these birds are like, my guys are heavy as fuck.
I have to indicate one thing. Amber, the player, I don't have that, or at least
No, I
immediate-
found part of it, so it's fine.
Okay, because
I'll
I
fix
was
it
like,
after.
she was looking for the Moscow stuff. I'm currently not on that page, so I don't know where I could find it. It's somewhere here.
I have it.
Okay, good.
My computer's being stupid, but I got it.
I would like all of you to roll me a perception check on the last leg.
That is going to be a 23.
22.
Yeah, it's only a 14. I'm gonna stop rolling this dice.
It's not the new die, is it?
Yep, it's the new dice. It's vanished.
There, Savannah, you are traveling behind Vera. And as you guys are currently traveling along, Vera, you sort of spout out that you're almost there. You're about a third of the way there now. Savannah, something catches your eye, something like almost like light shining through the canopy of trees reflects and almost does that thing where like something metal and hits your eye for just a split second. You're like, and you
Like
look,
the flash.
yeah, like that flash, and you look towards the direction, and you can see hang on a now overgrown, like series of vines have overgrown a tan tent that has like some of the sticks that were holding up the tent itself, like maybe about 20 feet off from your path. Looks like it's snapped, and something hanging on the tent itself off the ground caused the light to reflect and hit your eye, and you could see something small, like a small trinket. But there used to be an old camp there.
Ooh.
I was like, it's fitting.
Magic
That's-
tent!
that's-
Shiny thing!
that's
I just screamed
how I
out
see
so
it.
loud.
You're
Can we
getting
go
just-
check it out?
You're getting just as bad as rolling.
But shiny thing!
No! You gotta go!
But shiny thing!
No!
Aw.
Why can't you just
Is it-
mage hand shiny thing?
Is it close, as close as what is my enchant range?
Yeah, you have 30 feet of range. You see what I'll say if you start to really look at it, especially with the now call out, you could have maybe the axe beaks maybe not run so fast, and you could see it.
Like slowly lure the ostrich beast that direction, but not really going off the path.
Because I was going to say, if you see it for that split second and you continue moving in the direction you are, it's going to be outside of your reach.
I'm gonna kind of gear the ostrich that way, but not going off the path.
For
Is it-
sure. You
is
start
it
to
30 feet
circle a
now?
little bit. You know, continue moving. I'll say as you start to circle, you get a better view. Maybe there's a bit of an opening. There are actually 2 tents.
Okay.
Here, it looks like an old campsite that has been long abandoned. A lot of the plant life and growth has sort of just overtaken the space, you know, brought back whatever was sort of left here. 2 campsites, both of them, the cloth or whatever, you know, the sort of the tarp that would make the tent has holes in them, discolored due to maybe rain and sun. There looks to be like old logs and like where people would have sat to maybe, you know, talk around a fire, and several rocks that indicate there used to be a fireplace here, but has long overtaken by the elements. Yeah, you can't really see what's inside the tent. So.
I'm gonna get yelled at for this. I'm jumping off the bird and running to the sock.
Check
can I
for
reaction?
traps.
Can I reaction DM?
Yeah, of course.
I'm reach out to Savannah and grab her as she jumps off.
You are reacting to her spontaneously going, so I will give Savannah, you may roll a athletics check with disadvantage, and then you may roll a acrobatics.
Athletics? I was gonna say, can I do acrobatics instead of athletics?
Acrobatics for you, Savannah. You may roll an athletics roll for you, Rolly.
He's just gonna snatch her up and put her back.
Not as high as I was hoping. That's an 18 though.
That's a 28.
You
said athletics.
Yeah, I did. Now, Savannah, I will allow you to have a retort to this, because what happens is, Savannah, you jump off the axe beak. The axe beak starts to slow down its pace as the rider itself has let go of the reins. So now the axe beak's like, I have no direction. You jump.
Where are you grabbing me, Rolly? I might have a reaction. Where exactly are you trying to grab me?
I'll let the DM roll for it.
I already have an idea what happens.
How you grab me is how I'm gonna get out of this. How are you grabbing me?
You jump off. Your feet touch the ground, Savannah. Again, Savannah, you're pretty tall.
Mm-hmm.
Rolly, you reach out with quick alacrity, and you grab onto her tail.
Oh hell!
Oh hell yeah!
I bite.
It's gonna be kind of hard when I'm dragging you on the bird.
Rolly, you see Savannah twirl around like a cat would, and not even processing that friend or foe, just 2 sets of fangs embed themselves into your forearm.
Okay, do I need to roll a strength check to make sure I keep grasp?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a strength check.
I'm just gonna tell Uthio, I'm glad I'm on the bird with you, because this is a shit show. Probably
That is gonna be a 21 on strength.
21 on strength.
probably a fucking
You-
fork.
Actually tighten a bit because of that, and Savannah, you and you bite even harder.
He's still not letting go. God damn it! Fine.
I'm now gonna rage and say, if you don't get on this bird, I will force you on.
I mean, flesh and mouth. You grabbed my tail.
You
How-
jumped off.
I would have been back. I would have been back.
No, we
No
have
one
more
grabbed
ways
my
to go.
tail.
Get on.
I scrambled back on the damn bird.
I grabbed the reins of the bird this time, and I keep us moving, trying to
Oh, so you're in front
quicken
now.
up.
Why are you
Yeah,
in
well,
front?
yeah. Well, someone jumped off.
So he's distracted, right?
Yeah.
I'm jumping back on.
Oh yeah, no. I'll say with both hands down on the reins, Rolly, as you're expecting, you feel the weight lift, and you're like, son of a bitch.
That's what you get for grabbing my tail as I run back to run off to the
Okay. So she's off, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I grab the reins and I follow Vera. Bye.
We
Thanks
can't
for all the
just
fish.
leave her there.
Well, I mean, Vera, you're the one who navigating. Do you continue off without?
I know what I'm
them?
thinking, but if I say it out loud, Amber might get mad. And I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, he could go off to Vera. Vera won't leave me. She's not like him.
Oh my
Rolly will hear
freaking
this
god!
and
How
remember
far
this.
is she?
I didn't say it out loud in my brain. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm not worried about that. Vera's not won't do that.
She's like 5 feet away from the camp, so she's about 20 feet away from you guys.
I face step off the fucking bird.
You face step?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go 30 feet.
30 feet out.
Wasting all these skills for like
All
literally
I
nothing.
wanted to do was go check it.
Mark
I
that
was
you-
going
Well, no,
Use
I
the
tell you,
back.
I'll be right back. Please make sure we don't die. 1 second.
back.
And then I face step.
I have to clarify a few things. First of all, we've used a rage, and we've used a phase step. Got it.
All because I'm just a curious cat. Come on, guys.
Where
Y'all
you
knew who
listen.
you signed up for.
Listen. You didn't let me stand up to that challenge. All right. Ergo, you're saying we got a ways to go. So now I'm telling you, we got a ways to go. Let's go.
Savannah. Sorry.
I don't face up next to the 10th because I don't trust that crap. I'm probably like 5 to 10 feet away from it.
Sure.
And I'm just standing there with my arms folded, like, you better hurry up.
You have a
we don't have
supervisor.
all day.
So you are free to look at the camp. It is. So Savannah, Vera, you.
I just see Vera pop up and be like, God damn it.
This better not be a fork.
It was shiny?
Plot twist. It's a fork.
It could be money. It could be a fork. Who
You
knows?
see a pocket watch that was sort of the glint that you see hanging on one of the tents, Savannah.
Mage hand the pocket watch.
You see that it's like one of those pocket watches where it had a glass cover that is currently cracked a little bit. Gold, sort of with a gold chain that was hanging on one of the sort of pieces of the tent that was keeping it hang. It's one of those. It's a this type of machinery is very costly. Like it's not like something like this small bit of tinkering is generally not very much seen. You can wind it.
I'm gonna take out the detect magic dagger and then just pop it against it.
The object itself is non-magical. However, next to some of the logs where someone would have sat, there is the top lid of a chest, like a small little metal box, and within it you see a muffled arcane aura.
Check for traps. Don't touch things because I'm not in the mood of reviving a dead cat.
I just kind of look at Vera like, how dare you?
No. I've had to revive Big Man 3 times now? 2 times?
I've done stupid stuff and you haven't had to revive me once.
Yet.
We'll see if that changes today.
I'll check for traps of where the aura is. Well, let me go physically see what is causing the aura.
Sure. What you would see from your current position as you sort of use the mage hand to grab the pocket watch is within some of these tents that you can see that have like holes, so you can see kind of somewhat through them. There are like old sleeping bags. Some of them have like old like canteens where water would have been kept, and old wine skins. What's actually causing a little bit of the dulled arcane essence is a metal box that's somewhat been buried, but its lid is lifted, like almost like popping out of the ground. So you can see that there is a bit of like an indentation that you can see through it a little bit, but can't see it. What's causing the arcane aura? So it's almost like a box that's been lifted out of the ground, somewhat buried.
Can I bring out that lantern just to make sure this is not like a bunch of illusionary shit?
Yeah, bring it up. Nothing.
Well, if there's anything invisible around, I would think the blind sense.
Yeah.
Blind sense will pick it up. But I'm gonna try to see if I can pull it out with the mage hand.
No, you. Mage hand digs a little bit, lifts up the box, and it is a rusty, like it used to be like just metal, like steel, but now due to the elements in water, it has like that copper, flaky,
Like rust.
Oh, like a patina?
rust coloration.
I'll put it on the ground and still with the mage hand open it because I don't want to touch it just yet.
Roll me a lockpicking check.
Cast guidance.
Okay. Yeah.
Beer's trying to hurry this along.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. It's actually super simple. It didn't take that high of a roll, really. Mage handed out the lockpicking skills. Took a second. Open the box, and you can see what looks to be a pristine compass And, sort of the white background within the compass where you would see like north, south, east, and west. Just a simple needle. But the interesting part of it is that the outside is wood. And it's giving a soft illumination of divination from it. And as the compass reaches to your hand, I would say that, Vera, you notice that the compass is pointing towards the same direction that you're getting from your spell.
That's interesting.
Uh,
I pointed out because I think I'm the only one that sees that little golden line, right?
I would say,
Yeah.
I would say out loud, I'm like, it's not accurate though, because that's not north.
It's not north, but it is the way we're going. It knows where we're going.
See, it wasn't that bad of a hop off after all, was it?
Let's go because he's never gonna live us down that we didn't stop for the gorilla and we stopped for said shiny thing.
That bastard pulled my tail. This is what he gets.
And I'll do it again!
roll me an investigation check, Savannah.
Guidance. Just
Oh,
assume
you
I'm
take the
giving
D4.
guidance.
Well, without the guidance, it's an 18. Where's my d4s? 21.
You needed that D4. You are about to turn around, head towards Savannah, and head towards Vera, and you see just the edge of a piece of paper or something in one of the sleeping bags. And just that cat curiosity allows you just to get an mage hand to quickly grab it, slip it to see what it is, and you pull a few things from the sleeping bag, like the Arcane hand grabs something and pulls out a few things. You see, as it pulls up to you, what looks to be a circular picture, like something that would be fitting into like a locket of a human woman with sort of like adventuring clothes, like explorers, like with like that hat, the tan hat, bit of a rough and tumble jacket with boots, like ready to explore, with a little girl next to this woman who almost has the same thing with like a buck tooth, both of them smiling, excited for what you can assume to be maybe adventuring, to explore the island a little bit. You find, in addition to that, something made of stone drops to the floor along with it, and it's a medallion. You pull it, and it has a very familiar symbol of circle with almost like a slit for an eye, and about 10 other circles around it. Symbol of the dreamer.
Ah.
And the moment you turn to the back of the medallion, you see that there is almost like protrusions, like weird engraved protrusions that are popped out. But you're not getting anything magical from it.
Like a kilo? Or like it could be like something you would insert into or on?
Something like that.
Okay.
Like a key. Kind of.
I'm gonna say it's like a key or something because the spike's on the back.
Well, hang on to it. Maybe they were looking for what we were looking for. The people in the photo don't look familiar at all, right? Like feature-wise?
Not really.
There's nothing written on the back of the picture, like names, dates.
Look to the back. When it comes to dates, I'm kind of iffy when it comes to because I never really give it like an exact date. I usually say 20 years from now or 30 years from now type of situation. This reads like 90 years in the past. And it doesn't have a name, but it does have like a label, like our adventuring trip, and it has the date.
Interesting. And I don't know, because I don't know if you did say it in town. There was nothing special about the pocket watch either, like an engraving or anything, right?
I'll carry over your investigation check, the 21. You look at it. No.
Okay. I'm starting to feel more justified in jumping off the bird.
I think it was helpful. I don't think who you're gonna have to convince is me.
He pulled my tail! Do I get no justification?
And I'll do it again!
Let's go before it gets any later.
Fine.
Jump on the axe beak and continue on. At this point, Vera, and Savannah, maybe you're looking at the compass too. You two both feel, or at least Savannah, you're looking at it, and Vera, you're feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
You are nearing the entrance, and it comes to a point where the ground that you're traveling on lifts up higher and higher and higher and higher, and that feeling, I think because you have altitude too, Vera, is it's down, 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 like it's forward, forward, and now it's down, 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 as you can only currently go a little bit higher, and you notice that you're kind of standing on the entrance, moving the axe beaks around the hill to around it, where you see there is a like almost the ground just stops, and in the middle is a very large stone wheel, arcane runes all around, with a small circular indentation in the middle.
I think we need your key, Sav.
Wait, just to be sure, and I summon Felix.
Yeah, I was like, check it first.
Goes out. Felix indicates to you that there are one gigantic trap. And the way he describes it, it's not like it's there to cause harm, more like it's there to stop any kind of forceful entry. Physically arcane. Like almost like a defensive measure.
Like you can't just burst through.
Essentially.
So I think if we use the key, we should be okay?
I'm still gonna use my mage hand, not walk up to it, so we'll do that. I'll use my mage hand to place the medallion in the little slot.
As you're about to do so, you hear, "Wait!" And a familiar blast that Vera's seen interrupts the connection with the mage hand and just drops maybe just 2 feet from you, Savannah. You're able to quickly pick it up. But you see coming out of the brush, leather straps, armor, short brown hair, is Queen.
Oh, holy crap. Look at you. You just waiting for me anywhere I go now, or what?
What are you talking about?
I mean...
Why are you here?
Why are you here? You just hiding out? Coincidence?
This is my home.
Well, I don't know where you live. You know everything about me, and I don't know anything about you.
Wait a minute. You're home.
Well,
You live here.
I live around here, but this used to be...
Ironside did say you lived on the island. Now that I think about it.
Okay, so I'm sorry we're in your home, but wait, do you know anything about the Dreamer?
I'm the last remaining flock.
Uh-huh.
Well, man, we have a couple of questions for you.
Well, I have...
Is that why you know who she is?
I know all about you. All 4 of you.
Why?
Um,
And should I be worried right about now?
I'm not here to cause harm.
yeah, are you sure about that? Because anytime somebody knows us that we don't know, it's normally bad.
We're gonna need to put your hands up right where we can see them. You are under arrest, and we have a couple questions for you.
Surely you jest.
You would think so. He's not
no
that
doubt.
bright.
That-
Okay.
There are no laws here, Roly Barnwell.
The law exists everywhere we can place our feet on.
You're from the kingdom. You're all about laws, aren't you? Welcome to the
we literally
Lorkai
got a
Island.
literal cop with us, so yes, they are.
I think, yeah, Urkel kind of steps forward and goes, and kind of places a hand on your, like, Roly shoulder, and as well as Savannah's, and goes, technically we're on neutral ground. Kingdom has no jurisdiction here.
Yeah, I wasn't flexing that.
But I get the point, yeah. He kind of, like, speaks up a little bit and goes, we just want to know if we're all okay here, all right? We're not here to... Nudges you, Roly, to fight. She goes,
Expansion, maybe?
Nope. Rolly,
As I look over at
Queen, as my friend said, when people come up to us and go, I know everything about you, it generally does not end well.
I didn't choose to know everything about you.
Then why do you?
She kind of looks towards the door. He's shown me.
Why?
That doesn't make us feel better.
Listen, I'll just say this, is that you're about to enter in a place that's very sacred, and I just had to say, if you're truly wishing to enter, please, be respectful. Okay?
You can come with us if you want.
I can't anymore. Not
Why?
after what happened.
What happened?
Well, Flock was there one day, gone the next. I don't know. It feels if I were to enter, I would meet the same fate. I can't trust that.
But you trust us to go in.
I wanted to stop you. If you truly wish to face whatever's in there, or investigate whatever you want to do, just be respectful. That's all I'm saying. And to give you that warning is all I can offer.
How long ago did they just up and disappear?
Kind of pulls a little bit of the hair back, revealing a bit of a pointed ear, sort of more of a half-elven heritage. Maybe about 70 years ago or so?
That doesn't line up with anything we know about, right? I'm asking the DM.
I know, I'm thinking. Nothing solid comes to mind. But she goes, listen, the flock is anything but aggressive. So everything you find there, please treat it with respect. Especially Dream Leader Jaganton, our shepherd. He's our leader. There's some iconography in there. Just remember my words. Treat him with respect.
Wait, so you said you were the last of your flock, but now you're saying there's one more.
There's a statue of his that we give respect every time we enter.
I have so many questions.
How do you enter if we have the key?
She sort of reaches into her pack, pulling her own key out. We all have one.
Are you able to tell whose key belongs to who? Because we found this at a campsite.
With a photo.
Can I see the photo?
I take out the photo, hand it to Queen.
She looks familiar. Just can't place the name. I think she was one of ours. Hands it back.
She has a child with her.
Sometimes the dreamer speaks to those very young, too.
This is for the DM. The date on the photo, would that be roughly 70 years ago, you said?
Yeah, about 70 years.
Okay.
Oh, it was about 90
That
years,
line-
so you could see that.
90 years.
90
So it'll
years.
be
A little bit of
before.
a gap.
Yeah.
Okay. For what it's worth, we're not trying to do anything harmful. It's just we're involved in something that's much bigger than all of us, and it led us to here, and we need answers.
No, I know you're in something big. I know. I mean, it's strange. And she kind of looks at all four of you and kind of goes, it's very strange to see you all together. When I saw you, and looks to you, Vera, and goes, I kind of felt a little odd about that.
In the bath or something? What happened?
No, it's like it's like a deja vu moment. You experience something that's not there, and then when you finally experience it the same way, it's sort of like that deja vu feeling of like, it's weird.
Oh, you mean when we fought?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
How long have you been having these, I guess, visions about us?
Oh, visions of you specifically? Maybe about close to it. Maybe about 90 years or so.
Jeez.
Okay, the hairs in the back of my neck stood up on that because that means we were destined to find each other.
Well, the dreamer Have you ever had such a visit, sort of very, very solid dream where you swear it's real, and you wake up that next morning and a week or a month passes, and that exact same thing in your dream happens, and you go, I've been through this before.
Something like it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure everyone has had that experience, a deja vu moment, once or twice. Our collective believes that that is caused by the dreamer, that he causes those visions of the future. And like flashes of a dream, it's not always precise. It's not always exact. There may be some details here missing. And she kind of looks to you, Vera, and goes, I saw you in this kind of black void with water on the floor with a face, I think. And then kind of looks to you, Rolly. I saw you like in this, like almost like a fun house. Just mirrors everywhere.
You've seen us in our dreams. We had those dreams.
And then kind of looks to you, Savannah. You were in this dungeon, but I only got a flash of it. Sort of soft torchlight, just bars. That's all I could saw. That's all I could see.
Did you see a vase cracking in mine?
No. Again, it's like a dream. It's hard to get details.
I mean, we've been to another place that had dreamer iconography in it, but it didn't end well, let's just say that.
The dreamer shares his visions. There really is no pattern to it. And the flock is there to decipher what we can. But it's all, we recognize that with dreams and what they share, what this being shares with us, it's not pinpoint accuracy. So we do our best to study and learn and record so we can maybe find if these things come to pass or if they match up with historical records.
Have you ever had any of somebody named Queen Evergrey? Or Catherine Evergrey?
I think one of the flock members might have kept records inside.
It's kind of what we're after.
We don't really share dreams, like visions. We share stories, what we've been told. I have no qualms for you going inside. Just want you to treat things with respect.
I do if I'm gonna just poof.
Oh, for what it's worth, I think I would feel better if you did come with us inside.
Yeah.
We are strangers to them, but you're an actual person of the flock.
Roll me a persuasion check.
You said persuasion, right?
Yes.
That's gonna be 17.
17.
Is she older than me?
Don't mean to say check.
Could get advantage if it's something like learning the truth, but I don't know if I can on this. Let's see. Okay, well, we're not rolling that other guy anymore. Much better. 26.
26. She's about your same age. About 100 something.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're 120 or so.
150 something.
150? Okay. Well, she's about that same age. She looks to Savannah as you start to press on her to maybe follow. She goes, I will... There's a hallway that leads inside, that leads either into... splits to the left and right. Either one is the study space and the other one is the Dreamer's Contact and barracks. I will walk towards you until we reach the shepherd. Then you're on your own.
Can you at least tell her what would be a good offering to
Bow.
the shepherd?
Just bow.
Hmm?
Just bow.
Just bow.
Show respect.
That's fair.
She kind of looks.
Who told us out of character real quick? And I wrote it down, but I don't remember. It's that we were touched by basically Palor and then something with dreams. There was somebody that noticed it on us. I think it was the werewolf. Like the leader of the werewolves.
You were not touched by like Palor or anything. It was
You said somebody watched
the werewolf
over.
said that Sahin Moonbo,
Mhm.
the sort of the deity of the moon and dreams, was watching you. Because of not because of the dream aspect, but more because she's also the goddess of travels, and the aspect was that you guys have traveled more than any other person has in your in your time than anyone has in their lifetime. So there was almost like oh, I like that, and the sort of goddess was just watching you travel, not interfering or even affecting you guys, just like, oh, I like the travel.
Okay. Oh, I think we need to take a baby break.
Yeah, we'll take a break. But essentially what happens is that she allows you, Savannah. She either like offers herself to open the door, lets you do it. The medallion goes into the indentation and already almost something like magnetic sucks and hits it, and you hear a click, something from in between of the rocks, and you see that the stone slides out, and a musky, almost stale air escapes outwards, and you see a long hallway leading into the dark. And we will explore the Dreamer's repository when we come back from our baby break. So see you then. And we're back. So you guys see the entrance now of the Dreamer's repository, this long hallway made of stone walls that have they're almost like they've been carved inside. So it's not like man-made where they have like tile or work etchings along them.
Oh, like carved out?
Yeah, like it's been carved out within this sort of hill that you see the actual floor slowly start to dip down deeper into the actual ground of the Lorca Islands, and there are a bit of like torches that have been long now burnt out, that sort of hang on the walls, like maybe about every 10 feet going down.
I'll walk maybe like slightly into the doorway and just recheck with Felix. We're okay, right?
Tendrils go out, return back to you. You don't detect anything.
Alright, I'll grab a torch and I don't know, try to figure out how to light it. Oh wait, I'll just
I was like, doesn't Uthiel have something for this?
He does have like a create bonfire type of thing where you could light, but yeah, Savannah has like
firebolt
it. You hold the torch. The light travels downwards. You notice that the hallway that you're currently in, sort of the walkway, goes down past the light and past your dark vision. So you're able to, as you sort of stand there unsure how and where to proceed, Queen did agree to walk towards forward. So she sort of takes the front, leading you deep inside.
I'll follow Queen.
I asked you to do it.
Oh, I didn't hear you. 5?
5. You continue down the hallway within the entrance. Eventually, that carved natural look of the hallway starts to become a little bit more man-made. You see that there are now what looks to be like a pool of something, like liquid, dark, reflected liquid on the sides of the wall on like a lifted space, and they actually travel into the walls where there are a small indentation. It's like a smell of oil.
You hear that? The birds. They're talking to us.
I don't think they're birds. You said there was a smell of oil?
Yeah, like that pool of dark liquid is like some sort of refined oil.
Rolly inhaled a little bit too much on the way. The birds are talking to us. All right.
I think I was distracted by the bird as well. So where is this oil?
So imagine you're down a hallway, and
Sorry.
hallway's about maybe 10 feet wide, so like 2 people can walk shoulder to shoulder. And as the natural curvation of the hallway starts to fade away into more of a carved, straight, man-made structure, you look up, and about maybe 8 feet above, there is like a stark indentation. As you sort of tippy-toe and look at, you see there is like this small black puddle of black oil that then flows and is lost from view and goes inside the wall.
I know what I want to do, so I have to say it out loud to see if anyone else agrees with it. Can I put the fire to it, guys? I think that might be a lantern.
I was gonna say, I feel like you should touch it, but with your mage hand.
Well, I can't feel through my mage hand, but I guess. Fine, I'll touch it with my mage hand.
Well, I mean, like if it goes through.
Mage hand boop,
Wait! There goes the birds again.
dips into the that black liquid and just sort of drops from it.
Actually, because I doubt I'll burn my mage hands. I'll bring it if it's dripping from it and light it on fire.
It lights fairly well. And then because only a small amount of it is there, it slowly burns out.
Alright, I'm gonna take the torch in the mage hand and light the torch to the oil.
The oil becomes almost like a constant flame, and the fire itself follows inside the wall. And you see that indentation that goes down following this sort of man-made structure of a hallway. There is a constant illumination now from fire behind the wall. Almost like if there were like a line of light allowing the fire to pass through to cause an illumination. And as you continue walk down, you see that there are like new indentations now of like the symbol of an eye, circle, second circle, third, just decorative designs in the wall. After maybe a few minutes of walking, you see that the hallway comes to an end, and it comes to a T-section, or T-junction, where it goes left and it goes right. And right at this T-junction, sort of north of you, there is at least a small little alcove, large enough to hold what looks to be a statue. It is of an owlin woman, sort of like an owl person.
Mm-hmm.
You see that she is almost like stepping outwards, like one leg out into what looks to be like statue, like has like a little raised platform for her talon to rest, in almost like a adventurous, heroic pose. She has like these sharp talons and these large wings, and wears what looks to be like a titan robe, with the Dreamer's symbol upon it on the chest. There is a placard underneath it on the base of it, of the statue, that says Dream Leader Lulu Jagatun, the Shepherd.
I'll walk up to it and bow my head.
Queen does the same. Her bows. Looks to you all in a bit of a huff.
Oh, I'm already bowing.
You bow?
Yeah.
With you will follow. Bow. She points to the left and goes, that leads you to the study space. It's a small little, well, not small, but it's a fairly large, it's a nice room with small little spaces where people can study and read and write. Some people leave their notebooks or documents there. I don't know if that's where the information you require. To the right will lead you to the barracks where we sleep, and then to the Dreamer's contact.
You don't have any like fake bridges or stuff like that, do you? Because we've been in one of those.
No.
Are
But this
any
is
traps that we need to be aware of?
There are no harmful. No, there's no traps in here.
So nothing to, scare away people?
Honestly, our first line defense is the stone door that is arcane proof and structurally proofed.
Just asking, like I said, we've been in one of these and it wasn't a fun time.
She sits down in front of the statue of the Dream Leader. Good luck.
Well, thank you, and hopefully you'll be here when we get out.
How do you guys want to do this? Do we all go together? Or we split up to cover more ground?
I mean, I guess we can split. Are you two gonna get along?
I look at Rolly.
I'm asking the questions here.
Are you gonna pull my tail again?
I'll do it again.
You know what? I'm taking the husband. Come on, husband.
Well, then we're not splitting, because that's who I was going with.
He won't pull my tail.
No, why would I?
Thank you. He gets it. We're going to the barracks. Come on.
Alright.
He also doesn't have a wife that steals forks. But just, even
Let's stop, guys. Working together here.
I know, I'm just saying, to Rolly's point, she has gotten us in trouble a long time ago, but has improved since then.
Did you die?
You were trying to take a mayor's item out of their office in front of them after we had done a good deed.
Okay, all right. Let's go. I think this way, and she kind of looks towards Queen, who goes to the right. Okay. He's just having fun right now. It's so wild.
He's just talking.
Uthiel walks with you, Savannah. You continue down the hallway, and there's an immediate entrance to the right that has a closed door, and then there is another entrance to the left that has an open arch, but you're so far away that you can't really see inside the room. But there is a real rank smell coming from this side of the repository.
Uh-oh.
For the locked door, I'm gonna mage hand. Is it locked?
Mage hand grabs the knob, turns it, opens.
I'll poke my. Is there light in the room? Let me ask that first.
No light shines through the cracks.
I'll push the door open to kind of just stick the.
The torch?
Torch in.
Yeah, you. The moment the door opens, like fully, you get a rush of just old meat
Yeah.
and rot. Like something's been stewing in here for a while. Like that gross smell that comes from leaving food out, or, just meat itself rotten. Just food. And it almost makes you sick to your stomach. Even Uthiel has sort of do that. He kind of reaches into his pack and pulls out like this. It's like a purple little cylinder, like a little vial, and sort of rubs it on a cloth, hands it to you, Savannah. It's like a lavender. Sort of wraps it.
Tie around.
We do this when we go out, and we run into this stuff.
I can't believe you guys can't hear it. The birds are trying to tell us something.
The torch
Don't hear them?
goes through, and from your current vantage point, you see that there are beds, bunk beds, long past used with dust collected upon them. From your current vantage point, you see there's maybe about 3 of them in your view, like bunk bed, bunk bed, bunk bed. On the last set closer inside, past your view, you could see maybe what looks to be something white. But from your vantage point, it's difficult to see.
I'm gonna shine the lantern in here just in case.
Did you follow us?
Are we splitting the party, or are we
No,
not?
I said I'm not splitting because she's taking my husband.
Okay. Uthiel would have handed you a lavender scented cloth as well.
So what did we do with Rolly?
Rolly's coming with us.
Did he? Or
He's just
staring at the
behind me
bird?
going, is there birds in here?
They're trying to tell us something, guys. We're not listening.
Uthiel will hand you, Rolly, too, a little cloth. Be like, smells.
Is this our communications thing?
No,
Is this how we
it's
talk to the birds?
Rolly, I just told you it was for the smell.
What smell?
Are you okay?
No, I think he's
I'm asking the questions
hit in
here.
the head a lot of times.
We woke up. He was fine. Okay.
You don't travel with him on a regular basis. Every once in a while, he has an off day.
Is it the smell? Is that what's doing it to him? Because right now, I don't know what to tell you.
I would think he's used to dead things.
the light green light from your lantern, Vera, shines out from where your current vantage point is. Nothing comes back as illusionary.
All right, well, I'm keeping it out.
I'll
during
walk
this
to the
mess.
white thing
You
before I
step.
start investigating the room.
Yeah. You would have to step in a little bit just to see.
Yeah, I'll walk into the room.
Walk in, and to your left, further down into the barracks, where you just see countless rows of bunk beds where the flock would sleep and spend their nights. Far to the edge, something drags your attention from that white thing, which takes you a second to like zoom back and forth. There is just a collection of bodies that have long now melded into one clump of dead flesh.
Oh.
And the white thing that you see, it looks to just be like the heel of a foot sticking out of a sheet, with the rest of the body slumped over a bed.
I hate to say it like this, but that's the only way I can figure out how to rephrase it. It looks like natural death.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go inspect with her. I don't.
Make me medicine checks, whoever wants to try.
The birds are telling us this isn't a
Oh
good
my
idea,
God.
man.
Guidance on myself.
That's gonna be 7. Oh, with guidance?
Oh,
Or yourself?
I was gonna do it on mine.
Alright, do it on yours. I have 17.
17.
What is my medicine? That bird is quiet now. Oh, I have good medicine. What the hell?
I think it's a wisdom skill. That's why you have good
Yeah.
medicine.
Yeah.
31.
31?
What the
Gross.
I forgot. I don't use medicine this campaign, really.
Savannah, you're noticing a little bit of this, and
I think I'm just walking around with lantern, but I'm like carefully inspecting because I mean we've had to embalm people. Like Vera's had to embalm people.
I mean, already I'm looking at Vera. I'm all like, funeral rites? Could you? It feels bad.
you start to assess. It's been a long time. It's hard to tell like direct details of what might have ended the person, but I think what you glean with a freaking 31 is that
Plus 11, man.
I don't agree that that's a gleam. I'm pretty sure that's a bright-eyed observation.
yeah. I think that with the time you spend here and learning about it, there is no like clear flesh wound that you can check because it's all melded due to just time and just decomposition. I think from the clothing and start to assess a little bit of that, it looks like some of these figures were either stabbed, cut. There are signs of like arcane blasts. So like there is like residue of like you would think like from the clothing, like there was a hole here. This looks like it would be caused by some sort of fire or poison. Like magic was thrown here as well as some melee combat. I mean, that's what you get with a 31 with a body that's been here for decades.
Do they all have like dreamer iconography on them?
Yeah, a lot of the clothing and robes have like either cut up because of where they were killed, or maybe like they were cut somewhere else, and you see clear signs of like the dreamer symbol. You get a sense that these were the flock.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I kind of wish Queen came down this with us, but I don't know if she would want to see this.
One moment. I'm gonna send a message. 25 words, right? Queen?
Yeah. She's right around the corner.
I don't know if she wants to see this, so I think that's why Vera's burning the spell.
Okay.
I know, but would you want other of us just to walk to her?
Get him.
I guess, if I don't want to burn it. Maybe just tell her.
Okay, why don't we just send Uthiel to talk to her while we could keep with the room? Or do you want to go with them since you don't trust him by himself?
No, I trust him by himself. It's just, I don't know what rights she'd want to give, and that's what I'm iffy about. So, you can go.
We should ask the birds what do they want us to do.
Uthiel, do you want to go tell Queen what we found and see what she says?
Yeah. No, I've had to bring bad news before.
Oh, sorry.
No. What? No, I've done it to like other soldiers. So,
As the one that gets it, it's not fun.
no, but I have a way. I'll
I put a shoulder on Uthiel's. I put a hand on Uthiel's shoulder and say, "You've done this plenty of times.
yeah.
I'll do it."
I'll also ask
Besides-
her if I could search the bodies.
Sure.
Besides, I have other questions.
Wait, Rolly, do you want to do it?
I'm doing it.
Oh.
Well,
Wait, that's to tell the lady outside, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Gently.
yeah.
Gently.
I'll
do
do
it gently. Respectful. You got this, Rolly. I believe in you.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
lightly cast
What the
guidance
birds are telling me.
on his shoulder for the next minute as he walks out the door.
Tap him for guidance. Rolly, you slink out. Not that long of a walk, only like a few minutes. I think a minute or two walk as you walk back to the T junction. You see Queen still sort of looking up at the statue of the Dream Leader. She sort of quickly turns her head towards you as you start to walk.
Ma'am, I put my hand on my hands on my chest.
Mr. Barnwell.
What I'm about to say isn't easy to hear. But we have found the remains of someone.
Okay. Where?
I'm sorry for your loss. My team is working diligently to ensure that the remains are properly blessed and taken care of. And we're also looking for any clues or anything left behind that could give us an idea of what took place here.
She kind of like slumps her head down, takes a deep breath, looks up at the statue, and looks up back at you. Okay. I'm gonna get some fresh air. I know you guys mean well, and you've shown respect to our Dream Leader, so I will leave the decision making for rights up to you guys. You see, like, almost like the already kind of a pale skin, but sort of turn a little bit whiter, not really feeling well, going, I'm gonna be right back. I just gotta get some air.
I'm gonna keep an eye on her, see where she goes.
She goes up the walkway to the exit.
I'm gonna follow loosely behind, but I'm gonna give her at least like 8 feet of space.
As she
I still have lots of questions.
Yeah, as she walks ahead, she notices that you're following, and she kind of like, it's not against it, and goes, I don't. When the flock was closed, when this was closed off, we didn't have any guards or any indication that people were there anymore. I was told by the dreamer that I would not enjoy my return. So I decided to stay away. I didn't want to, whatever happened to happen to me too. Is it bad?
No. Not at all.
Okay.
No one ever likes to hear the possibility of something like this happening to them, let alone to, people they love or trust.
Kind of grits her teeth. You start to see the light from the outdoors starting to get closer as the entrance is there. I think I can at least hope that I will dream of them. That's what I can hope for.
And so long as you keep them in your memory and in your heart, they'll never truly be gone.
Thank you. You guys step out. Fresh air, opposed to the raw, strong smell of decay from below. Kind of leans against one of the rocks to the side. I think I'm gonna stay out here just to keep guard.
I've got some questions if you don't mind, but of course I understand with the gravity of the situation, you'd need some time and space. So please feel free.
Sure. I'll be here. I'm a little interested. Don't get me wrong. There's always that curiosity that's there. It's always difficult to decipher what we're shared. It's always open for interpretation, so I would... Old training kicks in, and I'm kind of interested. What do you guys think?
Well, ma'am, if I may, we have a very, very old queen turned lich that needs to be stopped, and we will do nothing short of stopping her. And any information you have that can get us to that goal would be greatly appreciated.
She thinks for a moment. I would check out the study space to see if maybe there's any leading notes on this queen. That's my first stop recommendation for you. If there are no solid details, then I would recommend going to the Dreamer's Contact, which is further down that hallway that your friends are at. That might hold more information. But
Rolly's just gonna jot down notes.
I would recommend going to the study space first, but it's up to you.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll be here if you need us.
You see her, she starts to take some of the, the vines and leaves here and starts to build like a little space where she could sit and maybe rest a little bit. She starts to build something out. You get the sense that she's done this hundreds of times, that she's lived out in the wilderness and knows how to take care of herself and keep everything maintained. So, Rolly heads back in. What is the rest of
No. Rolly does not head back in. Rolly actually communicates with his team via radio.
Oh, so Savannah, you get the...
Savannah, come in.
About time. What's up, Rolly?
I relay the notes that I've just gotten, and I tell them that we might be able to find some answers if we go here, and I tell her where to go.
Alright. So, Rolly says, the Queen says to check the study first, and then the contact. Could we just quickly investigate here and then go to the study?
Yeah, I think if Uthiel helps me, I can do something about these. And I think I'm just starting to, wrap... How many bodies are in here?
It's hard to... It's almost like numerous bodies were piled on top of each other, and due to time, started to, just decompose with and internally with each other. So it's hard to tell how many bodies there were here.
Okay, different approach.
Okay, while they manage the bodies, can I quickly investigate the room?
Yeah, roll me a investigation check.
While she rolls, she gets another ping.
Uthiel will help you, by the way, Savannah, so you get advantage.
And that was not much better. That's going to be 18.
18? We'll say that you get the ping from Rolly as you're investigating, but I'll just sort of settle the investigation check. I think what comes to mind as you start to go through a lot of these bags and chests that are at the end of these bunk beds is that one thing is gone from all of these things, and that is the medallion. And it's not until you start to investigate a little bit around these collection of dead bodies that you see a collection of pile of stones that have some of the symbols. Someone destroyed a lot of these medallions.
That's Interesting.
Um,
Someone wanted to destroy the access. I would put together that someone was trying to destroy the access in here as well as hurt people.
and then you get the ping.
What, Rolly?
Detective Savannah, I have received instruction from our witness outside that you and your team are allowed to provide any burial rites and ceremonies as you see fit. There is no specific instruction, so do your best to give them the proper respects they deserve.
Vera's already on it. Me, as personally, think that Queen might want to be involved because it's her people, but we are at least starting that process. Over.
Copy that. Please proceed as planned. 10-4.
Vera, you have full reign. What do you want to do for the bodies?
I don't know. I might take some creative liberty, but it'll be up to the DM if he allows me, because I don't know how many are quote unquote together.
I would say, can we, after we're done here, take them all outside and burn them?
Yeah, exactly.
Send them back to nature.
But I think she would be doing it with like divine light versus flame.
Okay, no, we could say that, you know, you take some time to do that. Finding some of the sheets here
Yeah.
from the newest bunk beds to wrap a lot of the bodies here, especially the one clump, unfortunately. Bringing them upstairs up the hallway. The sounds can be heard, Rolly, as you start to see your party come back up, lifting. I would say that more than likely it's like Uthiel and Vera lifting the ends, bringing them up. The moment there are covered sheets and a form, Queen immediately just goes, like, looks up like, I saw, and this is hard. Like, these are friends and family that we are part of the same group, and takes a deep breath. I shift down to the forms and stands up and just watches to see the rites. She kind of looks to you, Vera.
Are we near water?
Huh?
We're near water?
You can find water fairly quickly.
No, like the ocean. Like.
Oh, no, you're kind of like maybe a few miles away from water.
Oh, okay.
But there's probably like river water you can find.
Okay.
Like a stream.
No,
What are you
fine.
doing?
I don't know what he's doing.
I just see, like,
I'm going to put you back down because you want to lay. Continue your question.
No, I was going to say if there was something to put a sail on and then burn that as it floats out, but I...
like, very Viking-esque.
Probably not. But,
I think she just does individual rites, and then she just kind of starts, like, the divine flame, which would be sacred flame on it.
sure. We could say that you start to speak to Pelor, describing these people as worshippers of
The dreamer.
a bit of a knowledge type entity in the dreamer. The sunlight coming from your hand creates a white flame, and it burns for a bit. Queen walks up, looks to you, Savannah, making sure that you still have the medallion, and she kind of looks at you and goes, keep it. It's your key to get in and out, but I think I need to move on. I think this is the last of the dream of the flock. Brings her own medallion and throws it into the flame.
I have a question. So, in the room where we found them, all the medallions were destroyed. Is that something that would be common for your people, or did someone else try to close access?
We don't have a tradition upon passing that we destroy our medallions. It's given to the next generation. This is a choice that I've made. If you've seen destroyed medallions, then someone else did that.
That's interesting.
How long ago were they missing?
I was informed by the dreamer that 70 years ago that I was not supposed to return. And that something was there, and I could get it could harm me too, and I decided not to.
Is Uziel outside with us?
Yeah.
How long was Lily a general for?
Before my time, kind of looks to Queen and kind of thinks for a moment, and looks to you. Kind of lines up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder would Ironside know if there was any visitors to this island that he was aware of at that time?
Maybe. I mean, she wasn't at the cave that we were at. We got, the best herself, but it kind of lines up with destroying everything.
True.
And if she didn't want anybody to learn the real reason why she went insane, well, it's better means to just destroy and wipe everybody out.
I think we need to go back in there to get more info.
Team, did we investigate the room?
Not yet.
Not
We
yet.
were taking everybody out.
It just didn't feel right until we dealt with this first.
Understood.
Well, let's go look. Maybe just carefully look if she's been in here.
You walk back in. Where to?
I guess the study.
I
Study
guess
space?
the study.
You take a left at the Shepherd, walking only maybe a few feet down until you enter this fairly large circular room with small little alcove pods that have been built inside with like cushions and bookshelves within the pods itself. There are some seats in the middle of the circular room as well. It looks like almost like a college type situation where if you wanted a place to study quietly by yourself, you can just take one of these pods, sit down on the nice cushions, pull a book, maybe write down your own notes, and it's a study space. There are the symbol of the dreamer on the floor, with each pod representing one of the circles. There's about 10 pods. You all may roll investigation check if you like. You may ask if Othiel can roll one on himself, or give one of you guys advantage.
You can give a Sav advantage because I have the Eyes a Minute scene.
So Savannah, he'll
Alright.
stick with you and give you advantage.
Can I use guidance too or no?
You may. You can do it on yourself?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yay for advantage. With advantage, that's going to be a 24.
Ooh, okay. Rolly, did you roll?
I need the advantage.
I did not. I am still outside looking.
Are you still with Comfort?
Oh, you're with Queen?
Yes.
Okay.
23.
23. Pretty good. So I'll say that it's 10 little pods, so each of you take 5. Except for Savannah, you actually have Uthio who's sort of with you, sort of looking at the same thing. We'll cut to Rolly real quick. Rolly, essentially you spend the next few minutes with Queen as she just sort of watches the flame and is almost lost by it. It's quiet, and the sun's still up. It's like midday now. It's like noon. Because you guys left pretty early in the morning. There's only like maybe a 2-hour travel, so it's not that far. But yeah, you just sort of stand there with her. If you have any questions for her, you can ask.
I have so many questions for you.
I'll try to answer what I can.
The problem is that this fire is so entrancing I can't focus.
She kind of laughs a little, like breaking that tension. And that was almost healing. Like she just had to have a little bit of a levity. And she just sort of laughs a little bit. And like a fighter like you would be, she just sort of taps your shoulder a little bit with a sort of heavy fist.
It's like, you know us. You've seen us. We've never seen you, and yet...
I know it. I didn't choose to know these things, but I do know you. I know, you're an excellent fighter. gladiator. I know you have a family and you live on a farm. I have these little moments where I've seen you on another island with fire and large beings. I've seen it. And it might not all be detailed, but it's like a memory.
I've been on the hunt for this queen. I've been trying to bring her down for so long now. It's so hard remembering the things that used to be when you have something so dire in front of you, and it's like I just want it to end, not for my sake, but for the sake of everyone.
She kind of nods and sighs. I don't know the cause of the end of my flock, but I feel like it might be the same evil, and I only wish you the best in your endeavor. 23 and 24 for an investigation check. You find detailed notes of like not, I shouldn't say detailed, but more like as detailed as one could be of writing a dream journal. You know, as much as they can. And each thing is almost written like a story, like a bedtime story. You find details about Ironside. Like there is someone who dreamt about Ironside of being an amethyst dragon, and how he was going to challenge people throughout the ages for for a battle and for betterment. And though there are no like details on who he fights, it's just that this is what he does. You find details about the Feywild. Someone has written out details like multicolored sky and star-like oceans and the numerous figures. And there's, again, it's all dreamlike. It's like once upon a time there was a realm that had these skies and beings, and don't ever say your name because someone might steal it. And it's like out of a joke of a fey being who would love to play a trick on you. And again, they're all written like bedtime stories. There's stories about Nomad, the collection of these islands, and how due to their solitude have focused on improvement of their own and have built technological advancements. And there are no details on what type of technology there will be, but there are some there. And you guys already kind of have ideas of what that could be. If you've seen already firearms and battle suits and things like that in your adventures. There is not detailed, but there is a story, once again, more notes, about a location called the Covenant, and how it's far away from peering eyes, and it's a city for those who are cast aside, somewhere close to Ventir, and you find details about a underwater city, a tribe of sea elves and tritons, somewhere deep within the ocean. Finally, I will say that Savannah, you find this. It is a book that has been written out by a lead auditor, Cornelius, who just writes down a couple of important figures that they've dreamt about or collected from other people who have dreamt about, with a side note that says more information can be located within the Lucid records, a location. You guys roll a 23 and a 24, so this is what you find out. You learn about there is notes about Evergrey, and it writes down, second queen of the Empire will become undead and affect the flock in some way. Not sure. Further investigation is required. Might need to consult the Dreamer's Journal. More information can be found within the Lucid records. You also learn about Trulos Caspin, fourth king of the Celadon Kingdom and a critical figure for the fall of the kingdom and domain's good standing, will meet his end from a distance. You also learn about Arthen Rokill, aka the Shadow. Founder of the Scorpions, will gain enough influence and power to run the city and the affecting areas surrounding. You learn about Richard Thogmore, a person who will have a lasting effect within the history and literature of Mostead, will have his effects spread across the Crows. And lastly, you learn about Gina Lee, possible important enchanter who will shape the magical world in her time, will not be around to see her important influences.
That was not good.
Probably good Rolly's not here for that one.
What do you mean we're not gonna tell him?
I don't know, how do we tell him?
Why don't we just take the page? Is it rude to take the page?
I ripped the page.
Savannah hears a beep.
She won't be around
Okay.
to see her what? I didn't have the word.
She won't be around to see her important influences.
I mean, it may not be bad. Look at what it said about Richard. I mean, it's kind of true, and it wasn't necessarily. It's not a bad thing or a good thing.
Point is, they're all still dead.
Kind of dead with Richard.
Kinda.
Yeah. Maybe Richard's dead.
I will
but
say that you've seen there's like dates on when these things were written,
Mm-hmm.
and Gina Lee's was dated like maybe 200 years ago.
Jeez.
Like they knew that this figure would be alive. They didn't know when between her time. It says it'll affect her the magical world within her time. They don't know exactly when that's going to happen.
I say we'll tell Rolly, but I think it's more maybe tell Gina Lee.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking.
And we could tell him when we tell her.
'Cause
But in the meantime,
I don't know how
I
long
think we
they
need
live.
to find these lucid records.
Yeah, everything's labeled that, so I think that's where we should go. That's like in the other place you mentioned, right?
You don't know. I mean, there's no directions to the lucid records, but you did get informed by Rolly that if you wanted more information, you may need to go to the Dreamer's contact.
Yeah, let's start
So-
going that way.
Because we pretty much have scoped out everything in this room, right? At this point?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. And we
There's
can
like
head to
numerous
the-
books. Like you could spend days in here, but I will say that's the most important information you've gathered.
I still have my detect magic technically on my dagger.
It
no?
lasts for a bit. We'll say that it's going on for maybe the last few minutes.
I'll pull out my dagger just to shine it in the room and see if anything illuminates.
There's actually a few magical items in here, but nothing too big of importance. You actually notice that there are like these like clips. Oh my god! There are like these clips that, when tapped, like they will slide into a book and give a soft illumination, so you can read in the dark. I think it's like a spotlight.
I think I'm just gonna take one of those clips and put it in my bag.
It's like a bookmarker.
Okay, we can move on now.
Alright, start heading the other way towards the contact.
Rolly, what are you doing?
Detective Skrilla, come in. Detective Skrilla.
Yes, Rolly.
Any updates?
So we just got finished with the study. Found some interesting pages. They definitely have been watching a lot of our friends. But they all point to something called the lucid record, so we're gonna check the next spot right now.
Interesting. All right. Go into the lucid records. Tell me what you find. Over and out.
How's Queen doing out there? She's still there?
I said over and out.
Rude.
Detective Skrilla, you know what that means. Continue the investigation. Over and out.
Ugh.
Telling you,
Why
he's
is
got
he
hit in
like
the head
that?
too many times.
You think?
No, I don't think I
So?
know. I mean, I've visibly seen him get hit in the head a lot of times.
Yeah, you guys head to the Dreamer's contact. Further down the hallway to the right of the shepherd, past the barracks, the entrance of the barracks, and there's an open archway that leads into. It is a like an oval room with almost like a pushed-in indentation on the wall that has tile, multicolored tile that shows the image of like a silhouette, like black tile cross white. The silhouette is that of a circular image with an eye, with numerous circles around it like other eyes.
So similar to the symbol that's on the medallion?
Yeah, like just it's like the dreamer symbol.
Okay.
However, this one looks like it's more of a, like almost like the image. Like it's no longer just a symbol in iconography. It's like this is the image of the dreamer. Like this is what it looks like. In addition to the little design here, there is a little sign on the opposite wall, that reads, "Drift off and be open." And in the middle of the room, there are lifted stone slabs about 8 feet long, about almost like a bed, with numerous cushions on them.
Okay. Why do I feel like we have to go to sleep to get to this next point?
Because it's pretty dang obvious. I just don't know if I really want to like go to sleep or like we have to knock ourselves out.
Do you have the sleep spell?
I don't think I do. I got silence. I'm looking.
I mean, I feel okay with it because I have Felix backing me up, so...
Yeah, maybe it should be you. Just because...
the way he said that.
Just because you do have like the vine thing. And worst case scenario, if I'm not knocked out, I can bring you back. And he can act as guard.
Okay. I guess I'll crawl into the bed.
Okay.
Do you have sleep? I'm looking at Uthiel.
No, I don't. You step into one of the beds. There's a little stone.
And just to help, I take out. I'm pretty sure I have some form of alcohol on my presence.
I'm sure you do.
And take a nip.
Yeah, you get a little nip of the morning, or at least at this time it's midday. No harm in having a little bit of a midday drink. Slip into one of the beds. Here, little stone slabs. You don't even feel the hardness. It's odd. You'd think you'd feel the stone underneath the cushions. But it's nice. Very cushiony, very nice, very comfortable. And you sit down. You look up at the ceiling, which is just stone. And for the first 5 minutes, you're like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And you're having a hard time sleeping.
I can see I'm just staring at Vera and Uthiel and just like, this is so awkward.
It's kind of awkward.
Do you want us not? I mean, I wasn't going to look at you. I was just going to have my back kind of turned while you're trying to fall asleep.
I mean, it's
and
not
then
like I'm
look at you.
undressing, but it's just one of those when you know you're supposed to, that feeling of you're supposed to sleep, but your body's just like, why are you trying to sleep?
Yeah.
One moment. Uthiel, do you know that grab that you do on somebody to knock them out?
Yes, I do.
Can you do that on Sab?
That's gonna
Wait,
hurt,
what?
though.
It's not gonna hurt. It only hurts when they fall on the floor. She's already on the slab.
No, like you're pinching a nerve.
Sab, will you allow him to pinch the nerve and not bite him?
It's a reflex, so no guaranteed.
He looks at you, Vera, and goes,
Here, how about this? I'm gonna bite the pillow.
There you go.
okay. Roll me a con save. Hopefully you fail.
Lord.
Can you choose to fail?
Luckily, con's not my strongest, so
Yeah.
you might get lucky. Or not. That's a 18.
I don't think you can choose to fail because it's one of the things like your body's going to react to say, I don't like this. This is foreign.
Well, if it's contested, I'll give him a D4.
No, she has to fail at his DC, which she succeeded. So
Oh, damn
he
it.
pushes down on your neck, Savannah, and you go, or you bite down on one of the cushions, and you're like, all right, enough.
Okay, done, stop. If I get drunk, you think this will make this bad?
Probably.
Ugh, so I can't drink more.
Hold on. I bamf out Lila. Lay on this.
I'm supposed to lay on her?
Yeah. She's not supposed to lay on you unless you want to get crushed.
Alright, I'll take Lila with me. Come on, Lila.
Do you want her to sleep on her own bed or in the same bed? It's only
No,
like
put her in the bed with me.
it's
The
like
point is the warmth.
it's like a singles bed. I don't think
The
a
point
bear.
is to warm.
Okay, all right, you both.
I mean, we didn't say anything if it would break a bed.
I mean, a stone.
And I'll just like curled under Lila the best I can to get cuddly.
Bear's chill.
Okay. 7 minutes pass. Roll number.
Me and freaking Uthi were over here playing tic-tac-toe in the dirt.
Eventually, the stress and anxiety of this whole experience, Savannah, starts to slowly take its toll, and you start to feel a little bit like I can maybe rest a little bit, a little nap, cat nap, especially with the warmth of Lila. And you feel your consciousness start to slip as you start to fade away into sleep. As that happens, you feel a little tingle in your nose, Savannah, as you're in the darkness of your eyes. And it feels like the fur of Lila's tickling you. What do you do?
I'm assuming if I feel the tickle of my nose, like I will come to some form of consciousness.
Yeah, you kind of like open your eyes a little bit, like stop it. Like it failed, guys. You're still in the chamber.
Like it's just like, okay, the bear's too distracting. I'll get up.
You get up. There's no bear.
So where am I, DM?
I mean, you're still in the tiled room.
But no bear, and I'm assuming no people.
No, you look around. You don't see Uthiel or Vera.
Huh. I don't know what I was expecting, but wasn't this? Do I still have a connection to Felix?
You close your eyes and kind of like focus on it. You don't hear Felix's thoughts.
Oh.
Oh, that is a first in a long time. I'll get out of the bed and investigate the room.
All right, roll an investigation check.
Be good, be good. You know what? Lucky. I could do better than that. That is going to be a 22.
22. You notice that everything's the same. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. The only thing that's different that catches your eye right away as you start to investigate is the sign that read drift off and be open. The letters are backwards.
Interesting. But nothing else is unusual about the room?
Nothing's odd. No, you don't really see anything else that sort of, you're like, that's backwards. That's odd. Putting you on a pause. Rolly, what are you still doing?
Detective Skrilla, come in.
You put that in. Roll me a d20.
What am I rolling against or with?
You're just rolling a d20.
6.
6. Detective Skrill, come in. No answer.
Do we
I
hear
raise it again.
No answer.
I wait a couple of moments.
Oh, wait, that's a good question. I'll say that, yeah, Uthiel and Vera, you hear Detective Skrill come in on, as you're still in that, the Dreamer's contact. Savannah is sleeping with Lila, and you hear her sending stone go, Detective Skrill, come in.
I'm gonna go get the sending stone out.
Okay. Savannah is asleep.
I'm gonna tell Rolly. Shh. Let's just say she's sleeping, but not on the job. You literally have to sleep to get in contact with the Dreamer, so don't wake her up.
That sounds like sleeping on the job to me, Sergeant Kavad. You know better. Why was I not informed of this?
It was an in-the-moment thing. And you're lucky we didn't have to knock her out, so shh.
Sergeant Kavad, prepare for my arrival. I am arriving shortly.
I muffle the sending stone.
Back to you, Savannah. You are still within the Dreamer's contact, but alone.
Let's see. I'm gonna walk back into the hallway.
Walk back into the hallway. You see it curves off, and there's the entrance, the barracks to your left now, because you're going the opposite way. and it continues further.
I pop my head into where the barracks are.
It has numerous bunk beds with little side chests, foot chests. Everything well made, like all the pillows have been fluffed and all the blankets and covers have been made well, but it's empty.
I'll keep walking down the hallway till I get to the statue of the shepherd.
You see the statue of the shepherd, still the Owlin woman, outwards out.
Just to cover my bases, because I don't know if this is going to change anything, but I also bow to this one.
You bow to that.
And I'll continue on to the study.
Yeah, go up to the study. You see the same alcoves. Roll an investigation check. There are numerous books on the bookshelves. There are cushions.
What is he doing?
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. You start to go through just the books to see if you can find anything. There are like more subjects, like where you put the book about. Let's use one example about Nomad and the technological advancements. You pull out that same book and go through the pages, and there are like new notes about something else, about the domain and a tear from the Nine Hells into another location, and you go through another book, and there's details about vampires on an island, owning the island itself and running it as much as it can. And there are like other notes about other figures and important beings. Whenever there's something like truly detailed, there's like more information to be found within the lucid records. But it's almost like you can write notes on one space and you can write notes on the other. But nothing severely important catches your eye within the space.
Really out of curiosity, is there additional notes either on Richard Thagmore or Gina Lee?
I'll say with a natural 20, there's more details on both. There are titles of books that Richard Thagmore will be associated with. There are no like, this is the subject, it's just like, these are the titles. Much like how a dream, as we've been sort of discussing, it just gives the rough details, all of which you recognize. In terms of Gina Lee, you get details about spell manipulation, how she would have influences on spell manipulation through arcane uses and focuses. Ones that can make a spell go farther by reducing its area effect. One that can make it almost like a shotgun, where like you can do a touch spell, but it covers a wide base. And you get a note that like Gina Lee will have these in the works, and her descendants will be the ones who will be able to actually get it worldwide, and she won't be able to see the fruits of her labor until she's long past.
I'm definitely in the background. I'm gonna walk back to where we saw the image of the dreamer.
The tile?
Yeah.
Sure. You go back to the Dreamer contact and you see the tile. The only thing that's changed was, again, it's like a black silhouette upon a white background. It's just switched. Now you see a white silhouette upon a black background.
So there's nothing different or odd about it?
Other than that, no.
I feel like I'm missing something here.
Did you already go into the room that they were killed in?
Yeah, that's the...
I popped my head into it, but I didn't go into it, so I guess I'll go back into the barracks.
Look inside. Everything's cleanly made. It's like it hasn't been touched in years.
Maybe ask.
Can I investigate it, just I guess?
Yeah, roll me investigation check. While this is happening, you guys have just been watching Savannah for the past 30 minutes now.
Me and Uthiel are like this playing tic-tac-toe in the dust.
And Rolly, you've arrived to the Dreamer's contact with Vera and Uthiel right now.
Team, we've discussed this before. Proper communication is critical. What's going on?
How hard have you, as I'm doing tic-tac-toe, I think I win. How hard did you get hit in the head this last go around?
Pardon me, Sergeant Kavad? How dare you?
I think I'm the only
I
one
am
with the
your
rank
commanding
here. What is he
officer.
talking about?
I don't know. I think he fell on his head. We're
What's
in
going
the
on
dreamer's lair. It said to be open mind. What did it say? It said to drift off and have an open mind. Therefore, since Sab is the only one that has a little friend in her head that can protect her, she's asleep, doing what she does in a dream.
God
So
damn it.
shh.
Ooh, they'll lose again.
That's not my fault. You can't see that. You always put
Why
X
was
over
this
there.
not reported to me?
It was when you called, when we told you to shush.
Rolly, what else do you want us to do?
I want to know what's going on.
We just told you.
We told you earlier. And then you came in here and said, why were you not telling me when we did tell you?
Why did we send Detective Skrilla on her own?
Because she's the only one that has a thing in her head that can protect her.
That thing doesn't protect her. That thing just tells her there's traps.
No, it does protect her. When we all had those awful dreams, she was the only one that didn't have something awful happen because of Felix. Told you got hit in the head. Anyway, I win again.
I'm too old for this.
Come on.
Can
I go
just walk
first now.
back up?
I want to go first now.
Why? Because you want to put it in the center?
Yes. It's the only way you win.
Don't wake her up. She's finding out important things.
Oh, I already left the room.
What was your role, Savannah?
18, sorry.
18. Clean.
Sus.
Nothing that can. And even with your invisibility check and detection, you don't feel anything.
Are there medallions in the room?
No.
No?
There are no medallions.
Maybe you're not being open-minded enough.
That's what I'm thinking. Drift off and be open-minded. How do I open my mind more? Other than going further into sleep.
You go what?
I'm gonna go... No, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go to the entrance.
Sure.
Is he okay over there?
No. You go to where the shepherd is. You've already said your respects and you walk past. The light from the midday sun you were expecting is not there as you start to see the entrance start to get closer and closer. Instead, what you see is a swirling purple and blue, black and little bits of white of some void.
Oh.
And as you get to the actual entrance, you see a large expanse, endless, of black and blue, like this void of color. And off in the distance, you can see small bits of rock floating. Eventually, you'll see like an ethereal fish or whale swim off into the distance, just far, hundreds and hundreds of feet away, not even paying you mind. With your passive perception, you look down as almost like the entrance stops, like you have no more land to walk. And you look down, and about 50 feet down, there is another platform, like another like floor underneath you, made of stone, and there is a small fountain in that little circular space.
I mean, yeah, I'll try to jump down to the fountain.
You jump. What is your intelligence modifier?
Plus, without the it's +4.
+4. You rocket down. You immediately start to will yourself to go down, and you're flying. You can move up. You can move down. Left,
Oh,
right,
wow.
forward, and back. You think, go down. You rocket down. And the moment you touch on the ground, you don't have to will yourself to do that anymore. And you see a little, fountain area that is just constantly it's like a beautiful fountain that's constantly running water. There are open archways that lead outwards to this endless sea of purple and black and blue. There are, once again, floating beasts and rock beyond these archways. To where you're standing, there are two ways to go. To the left of you, there is a pathway that leads to like a four-way intersection. Like the way you go, and then there's three possible ways. And then to the right of you, there is a solid stone door. Oh, sorry, metal door. There's a metal door.
I think I'm thinking this way too hard because what I keep coming back to is be open. So what's calling to me, if any?
Roll me d20.
Am I adding things to that?
No, just a d20.
9.
9. It's hard to tell. In this space, it's almost like your mind is manifesting like your body to go, and sometimes you have to fight yourself to stop. And in this moment, as you start to like go, where do I go? You don't get a solid answer. I think the best thing you get is to that four-way intersection is probably more records, but nothing solid. And to the right of you is probably something more challenging.
I'll go to the right then.
The metal door.
Metal door, yeah.
You push on it. It's not locked. There's not like a keyhole or anything. As you push, you can hear the sound of metal cutting through. You open it up, and you are met with a... Here, actually, I can give a little more better description. Like a square back where you're entering in, that leads to sort of a circular entrance top. You see this room that has multiple levels, sort of like goes down a little bit, goes up a little bit, and right in the middle is a metal statue of a circular creature with like folds, like almost like it can click and move, with a singular, almost emerald green eye, and what looks to be like metallic tendrils that lead to an end of additional eyes. So you've pushed it open, and that's what you see from this little antechamber with the fountain.
I feel like that may or may not be a good idea. So, just because this is Savannah I'm talking about, she'll yell and it's like, "You're not who I'm looking for, are you?" To the statue.
Your voice echoes out. You wait for a moment, sort of like almost like a humorous way, like, "Come on, you're not the thing I'm looking for." And you wait for a bit, like you're expecting a response, and then immediately you're like, "I'm not getting a response." And as you sort of lighten up a little bit, this emerald eye shines. It lifts off the ground, and you can hear the sound of the metallic tendrils start to wake up. The eyes stare directly at you, and I need you... Let me see here. You're gonna have to make a save, but I don't know which is gonna be. Alright, it's going to be a... Okay. Roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
At least it's a duck save. Let's see. That is 22.
22. One of the tendrils shines a bright green light, narrows down, almost like an iris closing, and you see a beam directed towards you. You go behind on the other side of the door. The beam exits out of the room, hits the fountain, and you see the water that has been flowing. The water slows.
Can I close the door now?
Yeah, you close the door.
I close the door.
You hear the scrape of metal. You wait a moment. If you're not at the door, it's going to bust through.
Okay, if I'm not at the door, it's
Like if
gonna
you're not
bust
holding the door back.
through? God damn it.
Can you dream locks?
That's a good point. Since I do pick locks, would I have one on me?
Yeah, you would have a lock. Let's roll a luck check. Just roll a d20. You want high. Because this is just a solid metal door that didn't really have a lock to begin with. I will say by a high luck check, you will see a little slot where you can put a lock. But it's got, I'll say the DC for just a roll, now a raw 20 roll, 15 or higher.
I'll use lucky if it's not.
If you have to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm using lucky.
Okay.
Better. 17.
17. Just a little out of arm's reach is, like, because this is a tall door, is 2 loops where you can click a lock together.
Okay, mage hand lock.
Perfect. I was like, you'd have to jump, but no, you can use mage hand. You lock the door, take a step back, and you see the door.
Why does this happen when I'm by myself? Why does this always happen when I'm by myself? Frustrated, I will walk to the 4-way path and literally plop myself down. Because all I can say is, where am I going? I am open. Tell me. I will sit here and meditate. Tell me where to go.
What is everyone else doing?
How long has she been dreaming? Or how long has she been asleep? Like,
It's been,
actually
like,
asleep?
40 minutes now.
Okay, hold on. I think I'm gonna try not to wake her up. And just kind of like look at... Is Lila awake? Or is Lila just passed out too?
Just
I'm
enjoying
mad.
it.
If she's asleep and she didn't come with me, I am sad.
So I ain't going in
You
your
get a
mess.
sense that one person per bed.
Let's see, I do have that. Hold on. Well, it doesn't help you. What does that do?
Rolly, what are you doing?
Sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna go sit next to her and I'm gonna cast Bless on her.
Okay.
And see if that helps at all.
You cast Bless. Sounds good. Rolly, what are you doing?
Rolly is outside trying to cheer up Queen in any comedic way he can.
Yeah, I'll say that you're, you know, kind of... You're a bit goofy at times when you want to be. And she kind of chuckles a little bit whenever you say something a little silly, and she kind of, like, takes deep breaths. You can see that she's sort of starting to calm down a little bit, definitely still on edge, but appreciates your company.
Doing my part.
Savannah, as you sort of like place your hand in your head, going, "Why does this happen to me?" Yeah, you sit here, and as Vera, you release the bless spell. She shines. Her body shines with sort of the arcane spell.
Question is if she sees it in her dream.
I will say, unfortunately, Savannah, in your current state, you don't feel anything. But you don't know if anything's being casted on you anyways. But you don't know that either, Vera. I'm going to roll a d20. And this is going to be how many minutes until the thing breaks out?
Oh, dear lord.
I'm gonna tell you. I think we may have to go to sleep with her. The stab's normally pretty quick, and this is not quick.
Do you want me to wait, or do you want to go? You want me to sleep with you, or?
Oh yeah, you're going with me.
All right.
Oh, but let me tell Rolly so he's not just out there twiddling his thumbs. I don't even know what the hell he's talking to Queen about. So I got the Sunning Stone. Rolly, we're all gonna go into this dream with Savannah because this is taking her a really long time, and this isn't like Sav. So you can either join us, or you can be guard, where we all sleep on these weird slabs of stone.
The response back is a couple of laughter because she caught me like right at the tail end of a joke. Then I'm like, "Oh, Sergeant Kavad,
Oh god.
nice to hear from you. Please proceed. I will act as your guard. Be safe, and I will see you return."
You know, not that I'm there or anything. We might have to ask Queen how to contact the dreamer when she dreams. Just
Oh yeah. Oh. Well, I could say we
Yeah,
ask
that
her any
sounds
advice. Like maybe ask Queen if she has any advice how to do this, because we weren't exactly sure how to do it in the first place.
Ah, Roger. One moment. Hey, so it appears that one of my teammates, Detective Thriller, decided to enact the sequence of attempting to speak with the dreamer by sleeping in a bed. Sure.
Well, we don't talk to the dreamer. The dreamer talks to us, but the best way to find information is either go to we have a sleeper library, which fall asleep, give once again respects to our leader. Head outside and you'll be greeted by, well, a space within the astral sea. And take a left at the antechamber and you'll find several spaces, and there will be a library there. There's more hidden libraries to the right, but you're not actual members of the flock, and we do have a guardian.
Guardian, you say?
Yeah, but I mean, depending on how severe the figure is, I doubt you'll need to go past that. But I don't know. Again, it's hard to tell.
I hope Rolly puts two and two together that Sav likes to poke the bear.
I'm gonna tell Vera, just be sure to pay your respects. Make sure you don't cause any trouble. I'll stay out back here. 10-4.
All right. It took Savannah 20 minutes to fall asleep.
Hold on, maybe there's gotta be something that I can knock myself out.
And
Have
I'll
your
be
husband pitch you to sleep.
Oh yeah, pinch me.
pinch
Hold
you.
on. Pinch me.
Why?
Like knock me out.
Oh,
I don't know if I can do it on you. Can I do it on him? Like, can we just go like this and we knock out?
No, it's not. It doesn't work. Because then I'll have to fight to not fall asleep, and I'll have to keep that hold. One of us has to stay awake to keep the hold down.
Oh, well, no. Well, I want you to come with me.
I have to fall. You can't pinch me while I'm pinching you. You don't even know how to do the pinch.
I know.
All right. Lay down.
All
Lay
right.
down. Roll me con save. You have to fail. You have to fail his save.
Oh, you know what? I'll roll this dice. This dice sucks.
Okay.
Watch it roll something high.
It's like the one with the bad con somehow save. I want to see this happen.
I think I get it. 12.
12. His DC was 16.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm on the bed.
this is what happens. So all that discussion, talking to Rolly, hearing out what Queen had to say, that's a few minutes.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15. So 15 minutes until this thing breaks out.
Hopefully.
5 minutes have gone by.
Okay.
Vera, you lay down. He does the hold on you. It's not instantaneous. It takes another 5 minutes for that to happen.
You should have just hit me in the head.
You're pretty sturdy.
I know.
It's gonna
So
take
are you.
It's gonna take several hits. Stop
Don't
resisting.
hit me.
Stop resisting.
I'm
Just
not
go.
resisting you.
And so during that 10 minutes of the talk and Veer trying to fall asleep. Before you actually do fall asleep. Savannah, where are you going?
Okay, so if I went back to the center of the 4 points, once I'm in the center of that, obviously I see the shaking door. What else do I see?
You see a pathway that leads to the left. That leads to the 4-way intersection.
No, I walk to the 4-way.
Oh, okay, so you're walking to the 4-way intersection.
Yeah.
To the left of you is an open archway, and you see countless bookshelves and burnt pages and destroyed furniture, and it looks like whatever this was, it looks like a library. Whatever it once was has been fully decimated by fire.
Huh.
So that's where you're currently standing. To the left of you, that's what you see. In front of you, you see numerous archways, and all of them have been broken, destroyed. And just because it's you, Savannah, and you recognize these archways, they're almost emulations of the Nexus. Like, these guys had their own teleportation ways, but not anymore. And to the right of you, you see what looks to be almost like a chapel, like a church, inside of a church. Numerous pews, and the clear indication of the dreamer, the actual figure of the dreamer. You know, this looks like just like the metallic construct in the opposite, that's trying to break through. And like, this is a worship space. All of this iconography and everything here. Sam, just roll me either a history check or just a general intelligence check. You get to choose.
We'll go with the intelligence. 19.
You've seen these things so many times now. And you've heard stories now of a creature or a beast or a figure, not a figure, but like a monster that now starts to seep in your mind, that you're like, I know this. I've heard stories about it. I've read it on my own. And you finally realize what the dreamer is. It is some altered variant of a beholder. And you can see it now a little more clearly as you start to realize that all this, you're just bombarded by this art, this design and logo and symbol. The single eye, 10 tendrils with numerous other eyes, shooting beams that you just witnessed too by the duplicated construct of the Guardian. This figure can't be a normal one. Has to be some powerful beholder. And with a 19, you're aware that beholders' dreams have effects on the world. You might not know the specifics. You never run into one. But maybe histories and stories, things you've read, maybe within the Raven's Kiss, mentioned about staying away from these creatures, especially so untrained, if you were untrained, a newbie, that a beholder's dreams can affect reality. And now you're in a space where your thoughts can really affect something. Like, they have more of a... You just thought about flying and you could fly. And that's where we're going to end today's session. So, thank you for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time on episode 84.
You're getting up there.
10-4.
See you guys then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.